Expired. Now recognize Ms. Takuda from Hawaii for 5 minutes of questions.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I want to echo my colleague's sentiment that your behavior, your mishandling of federal records and disregard for transparency obligations under the Freedom of Information Act are an affront to the taxpayers whose contributions fund this federal government and to whom we are all accountable, including yourself. In addition, they cast a shadow on the legacy of the millions of federal workers who serve the public diligently and respectfully day in and day out. I want to be very clear on this point. Your troubling misconduct, Dr. Morens, is an anomaly, not the norm. And it is essential that you be held accountable for your misconduct so that the American people can remain confident that their taxpayer dollars are being invested in a federal workforce that is committed to serving our nation responsibly and with the care that it deserves. So let me ask you, Dr. Morens, do you feel any remorse for the way in which you handled the federal records that have been reflected on the members of federal workforce who you have served alongside?
You know, I'm sorry I'm getting a little echo here, and I'm not sure I'm hearing every word you say. And I'm also.
Do you feel any remorse for their handling of federal records and how it has reflected on our federal workforce that serves alongside of you? The injustice you have done by making them look bad by your actions?
To the extent that I've.
Do you feel sorry, yes or no? It's a simple question.
Of course, I've said that already.
You feel sorry, you apologize?
Yes, I do.
To the workforce, the federal workforce in which you have now cast a shadow over?
Yes.
So can you say that you will, in fact, apologize for betraying your shared obligation of serving the American taxpayers with the utmost respect for transparency and accountability, that you let Americans down? Will you apologize for that?
You know, ma'am, I would not use the word betray. I've let them down. Most of it was inadvertent, making poor choices and not understanding all these rules and regulations. But, you know, betrayal suggests a conscious act, and I never did that. I have great respect for the federal workforce. I've been in federal government employment for 48 consecutive years with lots of awards and accolades, and I've never had a hint of scandal. So to have. So
are you saying you're proud of your behavior? Some of the behavior in which was reflected here today in terms of comments you make, whether it be on official or non-official emails, are you proud of this behavior? No. Is it up to the standards of the federal government and what taxpayers deserve?
No, I'm not.
So shouldn't this be a bit of a betrayal to the public, the ones you took an oath to make sure that you upheld your actions, your decisions, your comments? I consider it a betrayal, and we'll agree to disagree on this. I'm also disappointed, Dr. Morens, that someone in your position has taken such a brazen approach to blurring the lines between your official duties and your personal communications, as has been discussed by this panel. For example, in your personal email correspondence, including in your email signatures. So this is not just something unintentional. You identify yourself with your role at NIAD. And you frequently reference transferring correspondence from your official email address to your personal address, including when discussing matters where NIAD is actively engaged. In doing so, you're blurring the lines between whether you are taking actions in your official capacity with the federal agency or in your individual capacity pursuant to your personal interests. And Dr. Morens, did you ever conduct government business through your personal email account?
Not intentionally, and
but it's unintentionally or not. Did you conduct government business through your personal email account?
Well, some of the emails I've seen that you all have provided look pretty incriminating. I don't know what they are. I don't remember them, but yes, it looks like I made a mistake on more than one occasion. But it certainly wasn't my intention to do that. And let me also
mistake or not, though, I'm running short of time. You are admitting that you did official government business through your personal email. From what you have heard and seen today.
On your definition of
from what you have heard today, would you consider that to be official government business through your personal account?
I don't know. I mean, I'd have to look at all the emails.
Okay, seems like in our discussion, even talking with you here, it sounds like you would agree with us that you have conducted government business through your personal account. Did you ever misuse official resources to advance your personal interests or take contrary actions to NIAD's official policies or positions?
I'm sorry, I'm getting feedback here and I can't.
Did you ever misuse official resources to advance your personal interest or take actions that were contrary to NIAD's official position?
You know, I'm not sure I know what that means, but you know,
did you misuse resources?
I don't think so.
Did you ever take contrary opinions to NIAD?
Contrary opinions?
Contrary opinions. Okay, clearly we have some miscommunications here, but similar to my colleagues on this dais here, I do believe you owe an apology, and you have given one to the federal workforce, but the bottom line is all Americans, all taxpayers deserve an apology from you for your actions, the way you've conducted yourself, both in a professional manner and through your personal correspondence as well. And with that, Chair, I yield back.
Now recognize Ms. Lesko from Arizona for 5 minutes of question.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I believe earlier today you said, sir, Tony, meaning Tony Fauci, does not want me to connect anything to him. And when asked